This video is going to look at just adding a little notch in the lid, and we have some ribbon here that we're going to use as a pull tab on the lid. And in order to make sure that it sits flush, we want to notch the lid. So first we'll cut it to size. It's going to double over and be a loop like this, and so we want to figure out the width, measure it, and if we want to center it, we'll have to translate those measurements over. So we'll just subtract the width of that from the overall width of the box, divide that by 2, and then we'll go in from both those directions. Do some quick math. You can see I'm always offsetting the ruler and measuring from a notch on the ruler instead of from the end of the ruler, because the end of the ruler can get damaged and it may not be an accurate measurement. Now we'll take the marks and we'll square up the lines. So now we got the width of the ribbon marked. Now we'll look at this and we'll figure out sort of how deep into the board we need to make the notch in terms of how long this slot will be. Make a little mark, transfer that. And now we'll just start cutting. So I'm going to cut just a couple layers into the chipboard. This chipboard is about 1/8 of an inch, so I'm going to cut just probably between a 32nd and a 1/16 of an inch, so about a quarter of the depth of the chipboard, because the ribbon is pretty thin, so it doesn't have to be extremely deep, and plus if you overcut you're going to weaken the chipboard, so we just want this so that when we glue the ribbon into place it'll be flush. Now I'm going to carefully sort of peel away these layers using the tip of the blade. Be careful when you're doing this, you don't want the blade to slip and end up in your hand. So we'll just keep removing this and as we go down, to give you a different view here. So we're just basically cleaning the corners, scraping out, and trying to get it as flat as possible. This just takes a little bit of noodling around, cleaning up. You can use the tip of the knife, and you really want clean edges, so you don't want a lot of rough, so you can cut, scrape. You can also turn the blade around and it can act as like a blunt scraping tool. The edges are relatively sharp on the end of a number 11 X-Acto blade, and you can use it almost as like a chisel. And this works quite well too. So get it until it's pretty flat, fairly clean. You don't want it to be lumpy. You want it to be nice and even. And this will take a little bit of time. And this looks pretty good, so I think the next step is to begin the preparation of the paper wrap. All right.